Let's dive into the discussions shaping the nation.
Thank you very much, Chairman. I'll tell you straight what's been proposed here by the government is a direct threat to Ireland's long-standing neutrality, and I won't stay silent while it's been chipped away at bit by bit. The triple lock mechanism isn't some red tape dreamt up in Brussels. It's a safeguard. It means that Irish troops can't be sent abroad unless three things happen: government approval, a vote here in the Dáil, and crucially, a United Nations mandate. That's the balance, that's the break, and now you want to remove it. Let's be honest with the people. This move would mean that foreign powers, permanent members of the UN Security Council, won't get a say, but neither will the Irish people, because this government won't even allow a referendum that tells you everything. Well, a referendum is what the people need to have a say, Minister, and a referendum is a proper place for that. And the people of Ireland will send a very clear message to this government as to their feelings on this matter. But he won't allow a referendum on the matter. They know the people don't support this direction, so instead of asking, they're sneaking it through. Now, they'll tell you it's about flexibility, about not letting one country's veto stop us from acting. But I'll tell you what it really is. It's the first step on a slippery slope. Today, it's about peacekeeping. Tomorrow, it's about deployments without proper oversight. And next week, we'll be tied into someone else's military agenda, whether we like it or not. We are a neutral country. We are not part of NATO. We're not part of a military alliance, and we don't need to be. What we are is respected across the world as peacekeepers, not aggressors, not enforcers, peacekeepers. We don't need to change that. We need to protect it. Independent Ireland, the party I'm proud to represent, is absolutely clear. We will oppose any removal of the triple lock. We will not stand for Irish troops to be sent into conflict zones without the backing of the Irish people and without international legitimacy. And if the government wants to change that, they can take it to the people in a vote. Let them decide. But until then, I'll say this, Minister, don't mess with neutrality, don't mess with the trust of the Irish people have in how we use our defence forces, and you don't change a core policy without their consent. I support the motion fully. It respects our neutrality, our democracy and our sovereignty. And I urge every TD in this House who still believes in those things to do the same. And the Minister for Foreign Affairs has mentioned there in a number of interviews about, we spending more money in our defence forces in this country. And I have no issue with that, because we have seen over the years where little or nothing has been spent, and you have members of the Defence Force treated appallingly. You have people, having to even some retired members of the Defence Force. I was listening to a radio interview there recently, and they can't even find a home for themselves. It's a difficult situation people find themselves in. They've been dealt very poorly all along, in relation also areas of protection of the state, our own country. Yes, the money should be spent in defending our own country, and we've seen recent times ships off our coastline trailing up and down where there's underwater cables, causing serious concern. Sometimes we don't have the resources or the manpower to at least protect our own nation, and that's where we need to be focusing from now on. It wasn't long ago, it wasn't too many years ago, when there was a helicopter went up from the Defence Forces and the door fell out. So that's the situation we find ourselves in this country, where monies need to be spent, but spent here to protect the Irish people going forward. And I support this motion.
Like, share, and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.